He's a 10, yeah?
Yeah.
But he can't provide for the family. What is he?
He a nobody.
Oh my God, what are you?
Come on, you have to have someone that provides.
Why?
You don't want a bum, do you know what I mean?
So what, would you want your man to be the one providing, like paying the bills?
Listen, right.
Yeah.
I am a working girl, but you have to have a guy that matches that.
Yeah, so would you cook for your man?
I'd cook for my man, yeah. If he treats me right. Do you know what I mean?
I would cook prawns.
Prawns.
Okay.
What's the most a guy should spend on a wedding ring?
I definitely want a huge rock, so I'm gonna guess that it probably costs about at least like $500,000.
I think definitely in the 10,000 range, like 10, 30, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, something and above, like for sure. But not 10. I'd say like 30.
I have only one ring I want. It's Tiffany ring. It's a lot of money. I saw these days like 54,000.
Mine is 17K.
$17,000.
Mine wasn't that much, but I don't know how much it was.
5K, it's right here. I picked it. It was really cute.
I mean, how much was it? 35K? 35K, yeah.
35,000 bucks.
First one was like $60 for mine and hers together for the wedding set, but the second set was like $1,500, and then the next one I want to get her gonna be the one of her dreams. Yes.
How much is that one gonna cost?
$13,000.
$13,000.
I don't want him to spend too much. I think he should spend like less than 2K.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll get what they want. And I'm sure the comments will share this sentiment. Did Pink Dress say 500K? She ain't even worth 50 bucks. Lab-grown diamonds, fellas. They won't even tell the difference anyway. But you will if you go through with that. No matter how much the ring cost, the marriage can still end after 1 year. Bingo. 500,000? No concept of money like children. Well, would you look at that? Guess not. Next clip.
Is a man less of a man if he can't change a flat tire?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is a woman less of a woman if she can't cook a meal from scratch?
We're biased. We're women.
No, that's not a good answer.
Do you believe we're in a transitional phase between women being old-fashioned and being independent?
Yes, we're already there.
If so, what are we transitioning to?
Feminism.
I hope we're transitioning to women and men being equal.
We're transitioning into a lot of women being cat ladies.
Do you think a woman would be welcomed at a woman's march if she's pro-life or has traditional values?
Nope.
So do feminists really care
Not
about all
nowadays.
women or just the women who agree with them?
Feminists do not care about women.
So is it really about women's choice?
No, because it's not allowing each individual woman to decide for herself. It's not respecting each individual woman. It's conforming to a propaganda.
You just smacked me in my face, right? You're going to jail, right? You see it? You smacked me, right? Going to jail for assaulting somebody because you stole. Equality!
Nice shot!
Hold them accountable.
Feminism is a failed experiment. It's nice to see that, at least to some extent, the Western world is beginning to heal a bit. And guys, it doesn't take a genius to realize that feminism is a failed experiment that should have never been tried in the first place, but governments and modern women went ahead and gave it the old liberal arts college try anyway. And for decades, this kind of thing just kept snowballing into what we see today. Here are the top comments. She's smiling because she knows she's going to get out thanks to some simp. That's a strong possibility. Finally in cuffs for the right reasons. Amen. She's smiling now, won't be smiling in about 45 minutes after being booked. Now see, this is the outcome we were all hoping for, but in the West, it ain't guaranteed. Well, she's internet famous now. The fact that she smiled shows that she's probably a sociopath. You gotta be careful of the pretty ones, they think they can get away with everything. At least for now, and the excuses only go so far. About 5 years ago, nobody would have put her in the back of the car in fear of government retaliation.
A man who's only going to judge me based on my size.
We don't want a woman that's only going to base us based off our height. I'm 6'4", he's 5'8". But you judge his height and he doesn't qualify for you. The same way he doesn't qualify for you, with your figure, a lot of guys you won't qualify for.
Give me a second.
What?
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Women.
For those that haven't seen the entire thing, basically she went on and on about what she expected from men, and then the second she was put under the magnifying glass, she roasted faster than a fire ant. It's old news that women in the feminist camp love to set random standards and call themselves queens and tens, and whenever that is challenged, they either go ballistic or weep uncontrollably. And why? Because the truth hurts, but it's crushing for any woman who grows up with this belief system. It's all they really know, and all they've chosen to believe. So, the comments are, she didn't like when the boomerang came back. Nope, smacked her right in the face. Crying to gain sympathy and because he is being logical. He's got a solid point. I don't know why she's crying. People in this world are too one-sided. Give her a piece of cake and tell her it's fine. Lady, a piece of cake is the last thing she needs, but the star of your comment here is correct. The problem is that women for too long have walked around with the belief that all of them deserve a six-figure payout for bankrupting the buffet. Next clip.
Women who have cheated in a marriage have 230% more partners before they're married than women who don't cheat in a marriage. So there is a now data showing a scientific correlation between high body count and a likelihood of a woman cheating in a relationship. Now the data is over. The question that you had on here before, that's a fun question to ask, we don't have to ask anymore. Does body count matter? The answer is yes.
I can't believe we have to have total stats for this, but here we are. Body count and all that it comes with isn't some new concept. It's ancient, and it's why there have been societal standards for it for thousands of years. The only reason we even have to talk about this is because modern women decided to try and flip the script and make it a massive epidemic. They really tried to tell everybody that men and women are made the same, and they all have the same functions and behaviors. Well, nice try, but nobody is buying it. Here are the top comments. Explains my ex-wife. Yikes. Well, someone learned the hard way. And statistics of men are? Okay, here we go. The stats for men are overwhelmingly in the opposite direction, Katrin. And in fact, most men who cheat are way more charitable and try to hold on to what is now threatened. They are clearly different, but you decided to ignore the message again. For the women asking, what about men? Let me clarify something. The value of something is often tied to its scarcity. In the case of sex, it's generally more easily accessible for women than it is for men. For example, an average woman could walk into a bar and directly ask a man if he's interested in sleeping with her, and chances are most men would agree. However, a man cannot do the same. You gotta love it when the second answers the first. Gold star for you. Moving on.
Take those meat flaps and fly yourself to the fucking gym. Listen, we got 140 yards, so we're using a soft 9-iron.
I just wanted one that made me and everyone here laugh. I hope this accomplished that. Even as the feminist structure disintegrates, the delusion remains at an all-time high. When women get around, they're suddenly claiming to be worldly. When they hop on the webcam, they're entrepreneurs, or in this case, the one here thinks that she's auditioning for the latest body-positive Red Bull commercial. Personally, I like to think that this woman came across the video and reacted accordingly, but in this climate, she probably shrugged it off and sent it to a Reddit forum where women in the same herd pumped her ego up for another bizarre tribute to rejecting fitness. Anyways, the comments are, you have very clearly never felt the touch of a woman. Might I ask how much you weigh, ma'am? Them wings earned from eating dozens of wings at a time. And common sense returns. Thank you for remaining on planet Earth. Red Bull got a new idea for an ad now. And this is the kind of comment that lets me know I'm not special. We were all thinking it. Cheers, bud. He just doesn't miss. This has to be the most outlandish one you've done so far, bro. And it's also the most sensible. Funny how that works. Next clip.
When women date women, who's responsible for paying all the bills?
Women date women? Oh, this is a cool question. Okay, I think it's 50-50, yeah. I don't know.
So why will women split the bills with women they're dating, but expect a man to pay for all of them?
This is awesome question. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think because this is comes from the image of femininity and masculinity, and if people portray it like that you have to be masculine, you have to be feminine, and then they agree. It's all about mutual agreement between people. Okay, let's agree we have this image of the world, or we have another picture of the world. We have picture of partners, or we have picture of provider. I am masculine who has to provide, give me everything, and I'm woman, I'm just give my beauty. It's just about two agreement between two people.
Not perfect, but at least it was, somewhat grounded in common sense. The face kind of caught me by surprise there, but I'll let it slide. The accent was the dead giveaway for why a conversation like this was even possible. If you were going to ask a woman in the direct West how she felt about this, then chaos would have ensued the second the first sentence was uttered. The comments are, honestly, I think she answered pretty well. Not too bad. I guess the environment does matter. Big surprise. Love how she reflected on the question. First time in a while, man. Again, the world is healing a bit. One of the few decent answers I've seen on these types of videos. I think there is no right or wrong, good or bad. It's all just a mutual agreement. Social construct. In another century, women offering to pay a bill would sound as offense or as a joke. Nowadays, luckily we have variety of choices. Just choose a partner who would match your picture of the world. A swing and a miss. Next clip.
Cool. So when you say height matters, you're judging based on something they can't change. Okay. So the point of this interview,
but that's a preference.
Is if your preference is invalid because you can't change it. They could be
invalid.
Yeah.
That's an invalid preference.
Why? But I can't change it.
Okay,
I can't change
that's
it.
my preference.
She's a 3 and she's a 2. I'm just being real.
Well, you know what? Piece of shit.
I'm just being real. I'm being real.
It's just like.
Ah, yes, physical violence, the thing every woman in the West likes to pin on men. And yet, one just turns them both into maniacs asking to jump into the ring. Feminists in the modern world love to try and paint a picture where men are just unhinged tyrants who kept every chick in the attic until just 30 years ago. But when you look at female same-sex couples, well, it becomes clear who really is bringing toxicity into the world on a much larger scale. I mean, the guy just made a joke, a roast, like we do here, and suddenly they chase him down like rabid animals. Here are the top comments. Please let them be funny. Damn, he broke their confidence. Wasn't really that hard, apparently. Notice the females go straight to violence over his words? It's one of their only two gears, even if they refuse to admit it. Stop touching people. Lucky he was nice and didn't floor that chick. Most of us don't. We don't need to resort to that kind of thing because we understand value. That dude is a hero. An unattractive, short man having the audacity to rate these women that would never even look at him. He stopped to comment on these girls for no reason other than to try and humble them to make up for his shortcomings. He would otherwise be invisible to these girls. Unattractive, short men are the loudest at calling women they can never have, even if they tried ugly. We see your profile pic, sweetheart. You ain't fooling anybody. Sephora didn't do you any favors. Next clip.
Hot mess in a denim vest. Hot mess in a denim vest. Gen Z slaying a hoop. Gen Z slaying a hoop. 5'3" and a tee. 5'3" and a tee. Blazer and an overthinker. Blazer and an overthinker.
Hard at work girl bosses. The American dream, fellas. These original clips always remove the comments after about 5 hours, and we all understand why. The backlash they receive is crazy, but it's warranted because these same annoying chicks hop on podcasts and social media every day to talk about how they work harder than any man in the business. But as the caption states clearly, all they've done is successfully trick a faulty system into giving them a job where they monitor the workplace for like 2 hours before driving for a cup of coffee. It's all an act, which is why they get fired. So the comments are, not HR wearing the most un-HR friendly outfits I've ever seen. Again, behold, the American dream. Defund the HR button. I'll press it, but trust me, it'll go away as soon as the recession hits. We've seen it plenty of times before. If there's one job market should really be targeted to eliminate, it's HR. Throwing a flag on Blazer and an overthinker, were they even trying? Of course not, dude. They're chicks. We need to increase the wage gap. Finally, a real policy worth voting for. Next.
You have to come 20 or better.
20,000?
Yeah.
Done. We gonna live in the fucking apartment complex. What's it, what?
20,000 weekly.
Wait a minute, hold on. Do you make 20,000 weekly?
Yeah, I'll take that, 20,000 a week.
Oh, give me 20,000 a week.
Give me.
This?
Pretty much.
Hold on. I like you so much that I want to take care of you. You're saying in order for you to quit Chick-fil-A and be my woman and build how I'm building, I have to give you $20,000 weekly.
Yes.
Only a feminist would work fast food and expect a 7-foot-tall warrior priest with 6 figures. Seriously, I don't think I'll ever get tired of seeing these broke chicks trying to talk over him, only to realize that they've been muted and have to sit through a scorcher. It's beautiful. The comments are, so she needs $960,000 a year to quit a job that would take her 36 years to make that much? Totally sensible, right? Where do y'all find these chicks? Everywhere. Tell her to spell $20,000. Now that's a fun game. That's $80K a month and you was just making burgers and fries. She must be drinking that ayahuasca because she imagining things. Correction, the only thing she's taken is the feminist pill, and it's not something one can bounce back from. Case and point.
You was wrong.
I was wrong. He was wrong too. So
It still doesn't mean you weren't wrong. Are you able to admit that you're wrong without putting the blame on him?
yeah, you matter of fact, you're right. I was wrong for even trying to stay. And
Here we go with the bullshit. This is accountability. Women's kryptonite. They cannot give accountability without pointing the finger at the man for the shit they did. Now she over here talking about linking up 5 o'clock in the morning, and she mad at this nigga because he linked with bitches before her.
While in a relationship, I do take.
You are not in a relationship. If I don't take you to my house, you are not my. You've never met my kids. You've never fed me down. I take you to various hotel rooms in the city. You are not my relationship. You is my work wife. The only time I get to see you is when I'm at my job. You is the work. Women need to understand what the hell is going on. A man goes to sleep with his woman. His woman wakes him up with breakfast. This man's not gonna have you in his house cleaning up, washing dishes and shit. If that wasn't your boyfriend, you was a side chick from the beginning. Understand the signs, lady.
She tried talking during that entire thing. Absolutely amazing. The part that kills me is when they keep talking and never realizing their mic is muted. We can't even hear her why she can't close her mouth. I never seen a woman take any kind of accountability since I've been alive other than my mama and grandma. Accountability is kryptonite for women. How's she still trying to talk over all that, doing way too much all the time? And if anyone humors it, it ain't gonna stop. Which is why Western men won't, and why the feminist objective continues to fade away. And if you made it to the end of this video, I want to say I appreciate you. So don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment to have a chance to win, and hit that subscribe button for daily videos. And if you could take a quick sec to subscribe to the second channel, Man Guide Reacts, link is down below in the description, so we can be sure our message will keep on reaching the new men out there. I appreciate all the support, y'all.